What's up guys? Want to make a video going over our position we just opened on MCHP or microchip technology, and just give you guys a rundown of what I'm seeing on the chart and flow wise and just overall for what makes me want to take this trade. So yeah, to get things into it, I am on the daily time frame of MCHP, and that's how I will be doing my thesis off the larger time frame. Majority with these far dated out contracts are majority not day trades. They're more of a swing trades, hold for a week, hold for a few days until the trade works out or your risk gets hit. So I'm going to go over both my risk and my targets for this trade as well. So to get things into it, once again on the daily time frame of MCHP, and if we look back here since the start of January, what have we done at this 85.25 to 86.50 zone or 86.75 zone? We have rejected this level. We cannot break above for, I don't know, about 10 trading days now. We have rejected this zone. And why is this my zone? Once again, we can see when we're below, it is supply, and we cannot break higher. We cannot break higher here until we got a daily close above. We are rejecting to break higher again once here today. Same thing if we look back at prior price action. Once we're below, it is resistance. We reject. Rejection. Once we get back above, it is support or demand, and we move higher. Same thing here, supply, 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 can't break above. And then even if we keep going further back, it is still acting as supply back here in 2021. So obviously this 85.50 to 86.75 or yeah, 86.75 level is a super critical level to defend for continuation to the downside. So that will be our risk for this trade. If we do get a daily closure over 86.75, I will stop out on this trade, and if we don't, I will stay in this trade. So that's one reason I'm in this trade. We are turning former support back into resistance when we are below. It is support when we're above and resistance when we're below. So I will stop out on this trade above 86.75 with a daily closure. And why I am in half size position. Anytime we're in a zone, I always take an entry at the start of the zone, about half size, and if we work our way up to the middle, say about 86, 86.25, I will add in full, and then same stop out above 86.75. That way we just average into our position and get a better average on the higher time frames. However, I do not recommend adding into losers without a defined risk on your position. Especially if you're day trading short dated contracts, you do not want to add to your losers. But for me, this is what I personally do. I start a position or opening a position in the start of the zone, and then I will add when I get to about the middle of the zone and keep my stop loss where I've defined it before I enter the trade. So that's why we're in a half side position. Just want to get our foot in the door in case we do start rejecting. But if we do move higher to about 86, 86.25, I will add into my full position. Another thing I'm seeing here on the chart is we are kind of forming this head and shoulders pattern. What a head and shoulders pattern is a technical pattern that usually indicates a reversal. It doesn't work out 100% of the time. No pattern works out 100% of the time. But I want to go ahead and draw this out for you guys. Sorry about that. Let's get our zone back up there. Let's see here. We started rejecting here, and our top rejection was at this wick up here, so that's why I draw the zone all the way up. So if we want to see the head and shoulders pattern, this is what I'm kind of seeing here. Here would be our head, here would be our right shoulder, and here would be our left shoulder for a continuation to the downside after retesting the zone into resistance. As you guys can see here, this is what it typically looks like. If we want to compare the two, head, left shoulder, right shoulder, continuation to the downside. So there's two of my confirmations on this trade. Once again, these don't always work out, but I do like the odds here. Then this would obviously be the neckline here for this trade of the head and shoulders. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, continuation lower. So what is my targets on this trade? Well, first of all, our target would be this support. As we can see, that we have support around this 81.50 level. So I would like to scale right about here for about half my position and just scale fully out down the way to fill this gap lower. So Those would be my scales at this neckline, and then filling this gap lower. Risk is above, tight risk above 86.75. Another thing on this position is they are hammering the MCHP $80 puts for February, so that's my third confirmation. What am I doing? Let's see, they've currently hit this trade for 305.2 plus 198.6 plus 198 plus 95.4 plus 115.5 plus. So they've hit this trade for about $940,000 this morning. So that's also a nice thing to see, flow backing their idea. So that is my thoughts on this trade. I want to add in full to this position around 86.25 or 86. Stop out above 86.75 with a daily closure above, targeting the 82-ish area, 82.50 for our downside targets, and filling this gap lower with our runners. So if you have any questions about this trade, make sure to tweet me or comment on this video actually, if you have any questions. But hopefully hopefully this explanation helped you guys on what I'm seeing on the charts, and I'll see you guys later.